episodes in. You might already be a fan of the suspect. Nadine Baggett has just said, ask him, and she wanted me to ask a question which I'm not going to ask, because that will completely wreck it. If you haven't started, because this is the thing, we're talking about... It's weekly, it's not dropped all in one go.
It has not.
And this is back to old-style viewing then.
I know.
You've got to wait.
I know. Why?
Why?
Why? Well, it is annoying.
Should we ask people why we're doing that?
If you haven't started ITV's new drama starring Aidan Turner just yet, here's a little bit of a look at what you've missed already.
All fear can be overcome, rational and irrational, and sometimes we need help in doing that. That's why I'm here.
You're the doctor who saved that boy. Have you ever been involved in profiling?
You know that you cannot use anything that you have found out today.
Joe, are you asking me to lie to the police?
Is he involved somehow?
What else are you hiding?
Why did you lie to us?
Who's them? Who on earth would want to do that to you?
Rooftop hero or sick killer?
Why would someone want to set you up for murder?
Well, Aidan Turner joins us now to try and piece some of this together. I know you're not going to tell us anything, and I wouldn't want you to, but it is one of those things that you're watching it and you're trying to work it out. You're trying to piece together, because there's a lot more going on than meets the eye with this guy. Because on the surface, let's just talk a bit about him, because you play Dr O'Loughlin. Now, he's a clinical psychologist. He seems to have this perfect life. He's got his wife, he's got his children, he's got a publishing deal with his book. He seems very successful. So that's where it all sort of begins. But then he becomes embroiled in this murder case.
Yeah, he's requested by the police to help in an investigation of a murder.
Yeah.
And he does, and then we find out that he knows a lot more about the victim than he lets on. And something starts to snowball a bit. He's covering tracks, he's doing things that don't kind of make sense. You know he's guilty of something, but you don't know what it is.
He makes bad choices, I think. He seems quite impulsive. He sort of does stuff. I don't know whether he's... The thing is, you don't know whether he's the good guy or the bad guy, do you?
And that's what's so interesting about it. I mean, certainly reading it, for me, I loved it. I mean, I mean, again, I was going to say something, and I don't know if I can...
Well, we've got to be really careful, because you're rubbish at keeping these secrets.
Terrible at doing it. We need to drop it on the ITV Hub, all of it, just...
There is no way we're going to push you on this, because I know you will fold.
I'm dreadful. I've just done a radio thing where I think I've blown it.
Oh, no.
No. So, well, let's talk about the beard, because that is a massive beard.
Yeah.
It's what's good about it is that it's almost like you're hiding behind something.
It's a mask of sorts. Yeah, it is. I mean, it came out of a lockdown sort of thing. It was there when I had read the script, so the sort of question was, do we get rid of it or not? I had an idea about a big handlebar moustache. That didn't go down very well. No, they didn't like that. Too theatrical, they said. So, yeah, the beard seems to work. And for a psychologist, I don't know. It just fits that sort of world, too. And
it does add to the mystery of him, for sure. Like, there's more that he's hiding behind, quite literally.
I think so, yeah.
He's... so we're 2 episodes in, so you can catch up with those, go and do it. The next episode... Now, tread carefully.
Oh, I see. It's so difficult, because I don't really know what to say.
Why would you go there, then?
Why would you say that right now? I'm struggling already, and that's the next...
I know, because I want to know,
beards.
because I've got to wait until Monday.
Yeah, but we're on the telly. You ask him afterwards.
It could have been a beard wax question, a beard oil. It could have given you the scoop on that. I don't know. I mean, the investigation goes on. The detectives are still trying to pin it on Joe. And Joe is still making some rather questionable decisions and choices about his life.
So there's more unravelling to happen.
There's definitely more.
He has early-onset Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And you did get some amazing help for that.
Yeah, I was really lucky. I'm still in conversation. Well, we're pals, but I met up with a guy called Drew Hallam, who is 39, my age now. He was diagnosed when he was 35. And we just... I was paired up with him, and we talked a lot about how it's been for him. 35 is quite young. I mean, I think there's something like about 145,000 people in the UK with Parkinson's, only about 3,000, I think, under 50. So it is pretty rare to be that young. But he's living with it wonderfully, you know. He talked a lot about how the medication works, physically, how he feels every day, mentally, how he copes with things, how his family cope. He showed me this amazing piece of technology, a DBS machine, a deep brain stimulus machine that is connected to his brain, and it allows him to it reduces the tremors.
Oh, wow.
Quite amazingly. He showed me one day, it was a very scary, actually, moment. We were in a restaurant somewhere, and he told me, I said, what happens if you turn it down? He said, well, I'm about to show you, and he did. And it increased quite a lot. And I remember one question that was quite haunting. It'll always stay with me. And I said, but you only just adjusted it slightly. And I said, well, what if you turn it down all the way? And he said, I'll be on the floor. And I thought, my God. And then he turned it back up again. And he was, I mean, he was drinking coffee. He was perfect, you know. It doesn't work for everyone in the same way. It works for him very well. Yeah. But, yeah, it's amazing, some of the advances.
When you're sort of choosing your next project, because you've done so many different characters, really, and I guess that's the joy of being an actor, is that you can kind of dip your toe into whatever you like. You are a fan, though, of this genre in particular, sort of.
Yeah, I like trying to figure out, you know, are we dealing with the protagonist and antagonist, what their agenda is. It just feels quite real to me. I mean, a lot of characters I've played in the past, and, I mean, I love all these characters, but frequently they can be quite heroic, or their moral centre is in a certain place, pointing in that direction. With somebody like Joe, it's not really, and he's tough to figure out, and it feels more real to me. People do make strange decisions and sort of lie about things that maybe they shouldn't, and that snowballs. And you know, people are complicated, and situations are.
But also with spending so much time on Poldark, which you say was a very happy time, and you love doing that. It must be quite nice to play someone who
wears jeans and has an iPhone. Yeah, exactly that. How did you know I was going to say that? I said that before. Yeah, it's amazing. The mode of transport is not a horse. It helps to have a car.
And the next one, and this is 15 Love. So, so is it something on your CV that you you write horse riding, fencing, and tennis?
Tennis. Yeah, the tennis. I'm all right.
You're a tennis coach.
I'm a tennis coach in the show. It's also produced by World Productions, who produced The Suspect, written by Hanya Elkington, who wrote The Innocents and the Essex Serpent. Yeah, it's interesting. I play a coach. There's also another great actor in it too, a young actor called Ella Hyland, who's an Irish actor. So yeah, it's the relationship between the coach and the player, and
that's not ready yet. Anyway. That'll be a while.
We're right in the middle.
And that's Prime. That's on Prime. We'll have to
that's on Amazon Prime.
Well, we'll have to wait till Monday for the next episode of Suspects. That's 9 p.m. on ITV. You can catch up on the other 2 episodes on the Hub as well now. Thank you. Well done. You didn't give anything away.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Good job. Right.